Hey, what's up YouTube? Destiny Bond back here with a Pokemon First Gen Wi-Fi battle. It is UU again, and I will probably do OU next time, maybe. It's against a good friend of mine named Birdman, I guess, and he's known as someone on this Chen's chat. I gotta say, it was pretty intense. There was a lot of plays that I didn't really expect, but it's first gen, what can you really expect? So let's get this started. I'm going to go for the Swords Dance because I completely forgot that Raichu had Surf, and he's going to go for the Surf, and of course that is just going to cripple my Sand Slash really badly. And I kind of needed the Sand Slash for later, but you'll check that out later. So it was at this time I kind of predicted him to go for another Surf, so that's why I switched into my Vaporeon. But he goes for the Thunder Wave, predicting the switch, which is a good play. Um, so he's just going to go for the Thunderbolt, and it'll do a pretty decent amount, but not enough. I'm going to go for a Toxics because that's the only thing I can, kind of do to that Raichu. And I'm just going to go back into the Sand Slash because I was predicting another Thunderbolt. And I should have just switched again because I kind of predicted him. I predicted him to go. I don't know how to put this. Maybe predict him to go for the Thunderbolt, and because he could have predicted me to go into Vaporeon or something, but I don't know. And then I make a miss save here. I accidentally added 2 Body Slams, and it's kind of ruined the Machamp. But I'm just gonna go for the Body Slam, and it will paralyze the Aerodactyl, which is good because Aerodactyls are quick. So it gives me an opportunity to go for a Rock Slide to see how much it would actually do to this Aerodactyl. And since it's not, stab, and Machamp does have a pretty respectable attack, it does do a pretty good amount, but he's going to go for the Fire Blast. And he does get the crit plus the burn, which is totally going to matter because now it's going to take more attempts to take down this Aerodactyl. So, like I said, that was Rock Slide number 2, and it would have taken it down if I wasn't burned. But I'm just going to go for another Rock Slide because if I went for anything else, then I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have killed. So I will take down the Aerodactyl because I figured it would be a pain in the butt for later. He's just going to go into his Pidgeot, and I'm just going to go for the Body Slam because I thought I was faster. And I didn't really expect him to go for the Fly. And if it weren't for him going for the Fly, I would have hit him with a Body Slam, and I was kind of praying for a paralyzation. But, he went for the Fly, and he just completely avoided the attack. So I'm just going to go into my... what's this guy's name? Magmar. And I'm just going to go straight for the Confuse Ray so that I can try to, stall it out a little bit and see what I can find. And he's just going to go for a Toxic, which is a good play, but then again, bad play, because you'll see later on. So I'm going to go for the Fire Blast, and it does about almost half, but I figured it would do a little bit more because I didn't think that Pidgeot had a high special defense. But I'm just going to go for the Body Slam so I can try to paralyze this thing because I figured it would be a pain. But he's just going to switch out and go into his Poliwrath. And it was at this time I was going to go into Vaporeon because I was predicting a Surf, but he ends up going for the Amnesia. And I was kind of stuck. I was going to go for the Toxic, but he goes for the Hypnosis by accident. I don't attack, and he said it was a misplay, which is okay because I made a miss-save. But he is just going to... I don't know what he's really going to do. I think he's going to go for the submission. I don't know. Like, I was kind of hoping for him to go for a submission because this Vaporeon was kind of hopeless now since it's paralyzed. And I forgot to put Rest on it. Instead, I put Acid Armor. But he's just going to switch out into his Raichu. And, of course, I'm not going to attack again. So I'm just going to go... I was thinking about going into something that could take a Thunderbolt, but he's going to go for a submission instead. It does a decent amount, but he shouldn't have done that because I go for the Surf, and Vaporeon back in the day was insane. Of course, I get a crit, but I don't know if it really mattered. But he's just going to go into his Pidgeot, and I'm going to go for the Ice Beam, hoping, it could actually do something. He's going to go for the Fly, and I don't know how. I somehow live with 8 HP, and I go for the Ice Beam, and I managed to take out the Pidgeot, which is good because I knew I could just get rid of this Pidgeot because I knew it was a problem. So I'm just gonna, he's going to go into his Poliwrath, and he's going to finish me off with a Surf because I guess he wanted to save some moves for later on, which is good. I'm I'm going to go into my Pidgeot of my own, and I'm just going to go for the Sky Attack because I predicted a Amnesia, and I was correct. He does go for the Amnesia, and I will be able to take down this Poliwrath with one hit, and that is great because Poliwraths are extremely tough in the UU generation, and I couldn't think of anything else. So I will hit him with the Sky Attack. I do get a crit, but I don't know if it really mattered or not. I doubt it really did. So he's down to 2, I'm down to 3, and I kind of thought I was going to win. But in comes this Articuno, this pain in the butt. Now I don't know what I could have done. I should have saved Magmar for later, but I wasn't thinking correctly. He's just going to set up a Reflect because he probably was thinking I was going to go for like a Sky Attack or something. Instead, I'm just going to go for a Fire Blast. But he's going to withdraw, and he's going to go into his Charizard. And, you know, knowing Charizard, I guess, I don't know what I could have predicted with Charizard. He's going to go for the Swords Dance, and I'm going to go for the Confuse Ray so I can try to, how do I put this, like, confuse him, and so he can take damage to himself, and that'll give me opportunities to, like, Body Slam him. But he's going to go for the Fire Spin, and now this gets a little stally. I'm just going to explain, like, what his plan was. I guess the main plan was just to stall me out with Fire Spins and let the poison settle in. But back then, you know, poison, it wasn't as powerful as it was now because it didn't increase like every turn. Now it just stays the same and all that. But yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I did like toxicing I don't know, just I'll forget about it. I'm just going to go into my Weezing. I'm going to go for the Thunderbolt to see how much it would actually do. But he's going to go for the Fly again. And I'm just going to go for the Thunderbolt. And it will do a decent amount. I expected to do a little bit more. But it was at this time I didn't know what he was going to do. I didn't expect him to switch into his Articuno. But since he did, I kind of was hoping for a Paralyzation or something. I should have went for a Sludge, but instead he will go for the Blizzard, and I'm just gonna go for a Fire Blast. And I do get the burn. It didn't really matter because Articuno is really good at special attacking, nothing else. He will finish me off with an Ice Beam. I should have exploded when I had the chance. Now it's down to this 1 to 2. I didn't know what I could have done. I wasn't expecting a rest. I went for the Double Edge to see how much it would do. It didn't finish it off, but he will go for the rest. And that is just great because I didn't know, I just couldn't do anything. Like, I'm completely walled. I went for the Mimic and I learned Ice Beam, but, you know, first gen was messed up. I didn't know that Ice Beam was super effective against Articuno. It's complicated. I was gonna go for the Sky Attack because he was sleeping. I didn't expect him to wake up on the second turn. It does a small amount, but it should have been more. But now he sets up a Reflect, so now I'm completely I can't do anything until he switches out. I go for the Ice Beam, he goes for the Ice Beam. We both live it. I'm gonna stay in with one more turn, and I'm just gonna have to go for the Ice Beam, but I will lose. So that was a great game. More battles to come, guys. Whatever you guys want to see. Since 5th gen, I can't do it because my USB broke. But I plan on getting a new one soon. I'll see you guys later.